I don't know what I'm doing, especially today, 'cause I have to make a blog. Hello guys, welcome to this blog named Señorita Recitalista. My name is Loreto Guerrero, and today we're going to talk about an amazing composer from Mexico, and his name is Julio César Oliva. Also, we're going to talk about Jaime Sabines. And what is the relation of these two artists? It's simple. Forever Sabines, or Por Siempre Sabines. Let me tell you, Julio César Oliva has an email, and I found it, and I wrote him.
Julio César Oliva was born in Mexico City at 1947. He started to play the piano when he was a child, under the tutelage of his older sister. Oliva had an ear and a memory privilege, and he never read the music during his sister's class. She realized the trouble her brother was making and stopped teaching him. He got sick, and doctor said he needed to play music, the only way to get better. The sister, feeling guilty, gave him class again. But next, the sister had to solve the piano, and his father started to teach him to play classic guitar, his principal instrument. Oliva was afraid, because his father was a bear, but he was the key to all the good things in his career. Later, Julio César Oliva receives his first harmony classes, which encourages him to study at the National Conservatory of Music, but his self-taught spirit takes him to libraries to learn from books. So, with a broad and recognized musical career, it is remarkable to have been privileged to be the first soloist to play in the Nezahualcóyotl Hall of the UNAM during the inauguration of that venue. And we can find in the list many music, but I will say Una flor en la laguna, La guitarra de cristal, Romance, Plenitud, Plenilunio, Veracruz, Agonía, Pasión y Obsesión. And now, talking about Jaime Sabines, we can find he was a Mexican contemporary poet, known as the pioneer of literature, as he formed part of a group that transformed literature into reality. He wrote 10 volumes of poetry, and his work has been translated into more than 12 languages. His writings chronicle the experience of everyday people in places such as the street, hospitals, and playground. Sabines was also a politician.
Well, and now is the time to talk about Forever Sabines, or Por Siempre Sabines in Spanish. Forever Sabines was composed at 1997 in Mexico City. The words are from Jaime Sabines and are 3 movements, but it's part of 12 Mexican songs from Julio César Oliva. At the first movement, we can see the introduction to this amazing story. It's a man and it's a woman that are in love, and they are together, and we're fighting, but it's not a problem because they are together, and the passion is better than other thing, and you know what I mean. At the second moment, that relationship is broken, and he's dying, she's dying, the relationship is bad, but he misses her and she misses him. And the third moment is when the relationship is broke. The name is Me doy cuenta de que me faltas, and he says she's not with him, and he waits for her. since he wakes up until he goes to bed. It's an amazing work talking about poetry and music. It's a delicious taste when you hear that music. The guitar is so sweet at the first moment. Second moment is also sweet but more melancholic. And the third movement is really melancholic. So if you hear the three movements, you will finish crying, I'm so sure.
Hi again. Maestro Julio Cesar wrote me at Gmail, so you can see, but he wrote me. No, here is Julio Cesar Oliva Valenzuela, and told me things about this song cycle. The three poems that make up the song cycle Por Siempre Sabines, Yo no lo sé de cierto, No es que muera de amor, and Me doy cuenta de que me falta, were set to music for soprano and guitar in 1997. Written in a romantic musical language and deeply moved by the poems of Sabines. And as a modest tribute to this genius, I wrote these three poems, always weighted by the beauty of the words and the similarity that all the phrases have with my personal life. Jaime Sabines is a modern poet who knows how to say things with simplicity and depth. Is a poet who knows how to transmit, from the first moment that is read, everything that happens around, with great winsome and alien to avant-garde, and affect the fashions. Julio Cesar Oliva as person is pretty, and as composer is amazing. I can't believe I know him. I wanna talk with him in person, but for email it's okay. As composer, oh my god, he's amazing. I start the song cycle and I say, oh, this is pretty, and my friends say it's pretty too. But when I heard the third moment, it was too melancholic, but it was beautiful at the same time. It's a beautiful experience, and I want you to have it. Por Siempre Sabines is the most beautiful thing I ever sing in my life, and I think is the words I want to hear when I'm at the stage and when I'm looking for other artists. Jaime Sabines had the sensibility to paint the love, and also it's amazing how Julio Cesar Oliva took this and made music, these phrases. So it's difficult in the emotional way, but if you really love what you're singing, you can do it without problems.
Well guys, that's all for this video. I wish you had a really good time with me, and see you at the next. Bye bye! And also, we're going to talk about Jaime Sabines, the poetry from which is the relation of these two many famous artists. Which is the relation of these two artists? Two words. Por siempre Sabines. Or forever, Sabines.